If you are trying to grow your coaching practice, stop making this one mistake: to generate leads, to generate clients, and to actually have a 6 or 7-figure practice. My name is Don Markland. I'm the CEO and founder of Accountability Now. We're a coaching firm that we work with clients all over the world. And we also have our own academy where we teach coaches just like you of how to build your coaching practice. And I talk to coaches literally every single week. They ask me, Don, how do I grow my practice? How do I do what you're doing? And that's what we teach in our academy. And without fail, the number one mistake is you are trying to coach everyone. And I'm going to teach you how to fix that right now. It's actually, you do it in 4 simple steps. And when you're beginning as a coach, I get it. I was there. I did the same thing. I was a business coach and I thought I could solve everything. And I was trying to help every business. And I did everything wrong. And I couldn't find clients and I couldn't get new customers. And it was so frustrating. And I didn't know how to get the right leads. And I started to do what you've already done. It probably led you to this video. You Googled, how do I find clients? And the number one thing that came up over and over again is, how do I find a niche? You need to niche your practice. And that was so overwhelming to me. I mean, I must have tried to niche my practice, I don't know, 100 times, and it never seemed to work. And then I solved my own problem. I created my own algorithm, my own 4 steps of how to niche my practice. And it was amazing. Once I did that and really did it, I started to attract the right clients. I had better ad campaigns. I had better ways to acquire the right customers. And as it started to expand, my business grew. And now we're well over 7 figures. We have multiple coaches on our team and we are thriving as a practice. We actually teach this to coaches all over the world. In fact, we've had 1,500 coaches go through our academy and learn many of our techniques, and especially this one of how to niche your practice. And so with that, I'm going to teach you now in a really simple way, the 4 steps of how to niche your coaching practice. And I promise you, if you will follow these 4 steps, not argue with them, but follow them, you will attract the right clients. And then you can actually sell better, close better, and scale your practice. And before I do that, I'll share a brief story of a coach that I worked with. This was just earlier this year, at the end of last year, the beginning of this year. He'd been trying to be a coach for nearly 15 months. And I think he only had 1 client when we finally started to work together through the academy. He went through the 4 steps. And as he went through the 4 steps, I mean, he was fighting it the whole time. He went through the 4 steps, and 6 weeks later, he had his 5th client. 6 weeks later, he had his 5th client. He had 1 for 13 or 15 months, whatever it was, and then he had his 5th client because he realized he was attracting them wrong, which was making it nearly impossible for him to sell. And that's the first thing, that's what we're gonna get to. In niching your practice, it starts with this idea that growing your coaching practice is not about who you can coach. Because of course, you can coach just about anyone. Remember, coaching in and of itself is a job where you're asking thought-provoking questions and helping them find solutions, and it really leans onto that you can coach just about anyone. That's not the issue. Growing your practice is about who you can sell coaching to the easiest. I want you to remember that. Growing your practice is not about who you can coach, it's about who you can sell coaching to the easiest. The minute you grasp that, the better you will scale and the faster you will scale. And that is step number 1. You have to eliminate this limiting belief that you have. And I know you're a coach, and I know you get limiting beliefs, and I know you understand that concept, and I know you teach it every day. You are suffering from the limiting belief right now, that you think you're leaving money on the table by limiting down and niching, because right now you're telling yourself, but Don, I can coach everyone. You got to break this limiting belief. And if you can't get past step number 1, there is no reason to go to step number 2, 3, or 4. Just stop the video, move on, go to something else. There is no reason to continue if you can't get past this mindset of I have to find this niche, and I have to remember the point is not about who I can coach, it's about who it is easiest for me to sell coaching to. And this idea comes down to the principle of what I have coined undeniable authority. That's the key phrase. I came up with this phrase because it helped me crystallize what niching really was. It is undeniable authority. So let's get definitional for a moment. What is undeniable authority? Undeniable means it is unquestionably excellent. It is brilliant, expert, just undeniable. No one can deny it. And then authority stands for expertise. It is a thought leader. It is genius level. And when I marry these two phrases together, undeniable authority means without question, you should be in this particular industry, field, or problem. You are a thought leader expert in here, and without a doubt, you should be coaching here. And I see time and again, too many coaches wanting to coach in a particular area without any undeniable authority. I'll give you an example. I had a coach come into our academy and they wanted to coach entrepreneurs. They love entrepreneurs. They loved entrepreneurship and the idea of it. And I sat down with him and I said, okay, great. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about your undeniable authority. Have you ever ran a business? And they said, no, I've never ran a business. I go, have you ever answered payroll? They'd never answered payroll. Have you ever sought funding? Have you ever done any seed rounds or funding or anything? And they said, no. I said, okay, it's going to be very difficult for you to sell coaching to entrepreneurs. And they said, but Don, I can do it. I can coach them. I can help them break their mindset. I can help them break their limiting beliefs and tackle things. I can help hold them accountable. And I said, I believe you 100%, but it's not about who you can coach. It's not even about the quality of your coaching. It's about who you can sell coaching to. And for every entrepreneur that you speak to and get excited about, they're going to speak to other coaches who've actually had a business, who've actually had seed funding, who've actually done the work. And that's who you're going to be competing with. And they will much more likely choose somebody that shares common ground and common understanding of their problem than you. Remember, the people that are buying coaching do not care about your passion for the problem. They don't. And that might be hard to hear, but they could care less about how passionate you are about helping people. Everyone is passionate about helping people. They only care about, do you have commonality to their problem? So again, I'm going to go back. It is not about who you can coach. It's about who you can sell coaching to, and undeniable authority matters. Now you might be thinking, but Don, I don't want to be in the industry I've been. I'm becoming a coach because I want to get out of this industry. I want to be somewhere else. I believe you. I 100% believe you. But remember, where you start is not where you end up. You can start here with what you know, what you're common with, because it's the easiest to sell coaching to, and then your undeniable authority can expand. I've worked with coaches so many times where they start in one area, and through time and working with those clients, their undeniable authority expands and expands and expands. It will grow. Because the more people you work with, the more problems that you solve, and the more undeniable authority you gain. So don't think where you start now is where you'll end up. Tony Robbins did not start on a stage, and he didn't even introduce business coaching for 30 years into his practice. Start right here with your undeniable authority and let it expand. That's step number 1, is fix that limiting belief. That's where you have to begin, okay? That's where you have to begin. Now, step number 2, focus on one problem. One problem, that's it. I don't want you to focus on something vague like transitions or changes or life coaching. I want you to focus on one problem. I solve this. Solve one problem and talk about it over and over again. Don't say transitions. That comes up a lot. That's why I've used it. say, I help new leaders build stronger teams in the first 6 months of their career, right? Something like that. I solve one problem, and make sure it matches with your undeniable authority. Now you might be thinking, Don, but I solve so many problems. Well, of course you do, but focus on one problem, because it's about marketing now, right? Your ability to communicate one problem and one problem clearly helps you attract the right clients. And by the way, if you cannot articulate the problem that you solve, then you should wait to jump into coaching. Because if you're not talking about problems that you solve, you are not talking about coaching, you're talking about advice and conversations. Talk about the one problem and really articulate how it marries up to your undeniable authority, and really have it matched out and really written out. Now, step number 3, connect it to why you are the expert in that field. I've already talked about your limiting belief, and I've talked about solve one problem. Now, number 3 is connect it to that undeniable authority in the most incredible way. Defend with your statistics, with your history, with your experience, why you are the best in the world at solving that problem. And this is where the rubber meets the road. If you can't articulate in a brilliant way why you are the best in the world at solving that problem, then you are not the best in the world at solving that problem. If you are saying, well, God, I don't know, there's a lot of good people out there that could do this, you are not going to grow your coaching practice. And you probably haven't picked your undeniable authority correctly. Own it, take the hill, be the best in the world at what you do. Define it, defend it, and own it. If you can do that through step 3, you are on your way to winning your ideal customer and really starting to scale your practice. Now, step number 4, intentionally cut your market by 50%. 50%. You heard me right. I want you to slice it down. Maybe you say, I only work with women, or I only work in the financial industry, or I only work with this type of a group. I don't care what it is. Cut your incised market by 50%. Now you might be saying, Don, that's crazy. Cut it by 50%, but there's such a big world out there. This is where the power of niching is so important. If you will niche down, you will become the biggest whale in the smallest pond. You heard me correctly. If you will niche down, you will become the biggest whale in the smallest pond, which makes you very attractive. And that helps you get your quickest wins and start to scale your practice. Stop trying to be a small little minnow in an enormous ocean. You are white noise and no one will find you. I want you to be the biggest white whale in the smallest little pond so that everyone will find you. And yes, there are other opportunities out there. And here's the magical thing. The more focused you are on your niche and the one problem that you solve with a tight little group, the more people outside of that will be attracted to you. They will say to you, I know you don't do this. I know you don't work with executive leaders on this. I know you say you only do this thing, but would you work with me? They will be drawn to you because you are so focused. People don't want vanilla in a Baskin-Robbins flavored world. They want specific flavors. Own that. If this was helpful to you and you're trying to grow your practice, please like and subscribe to this video. We work with coaches all the time. Please join our next live webinar where I will teach you how to niche your practice and how to actually do lead generation and the right resources to follow so you can really grow your practice. And you should join our coaching community for free. You can be a part of it where you get live coaching from me every single week and you can actually grow your practice. Please like and subscribe this and share this with a coach that might be struggling, who's been trying to be a coach and needs to niche down their practice. And as always, stay at it, keep it to work, and get out there and help people. Coaching is a brilliant thing that continues to help people all over the world. You should be a part of it. Just do it the right way. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we look forward to seeing you next time.